Oh my goodness, I'm still grinning from ear to ear. Did you get a chance to see the big show on Friday? If not, please go and watch it. There was so much work put into that from my wonderful team. So thank you to Zach and Josh and Gabriel and Michelle and Brittany, who's brand new to our team. And of course, my husband, Jim. It was wonderful to see so many of you that were able to come out. If not, please do me a favor and support those that support us. Obviously, those mobile monicas are something that we absolutely love. And if you want to go into 2026 and have us bring our show on the road to you, let me know. Shoot me an email at info@therealmonicaadams.com. So once again, thanks to Upshot Coffee, to Blooming Daisy Marketplace, and to Oh My Posh. We had a wonderful time and incredible to look back over the last 2.5 years of 750 shows. So here's to 750 more. Looking forward actually to the 1000th show, which we have a feeling will be right around that September, October timeframe. And it's all because of each and every one of you that are signing on right now, getting ready to start your day. And you've been doing that for us now, 750 shows later. Almost all those shows, at least I'd probably say about maybe 500 or so of them has been involved with one of our dear friends. And if you're new to the show, first of all, I'm your host, Monica Adams, and we have different segments on the show, one of which that we started that we absolutely love has to do with weather. Now, on every day but Monday and Friday, I take care of weather for you from our friends over at KMOV, but I like it when this guy does it. It's a segment we call What the Weather.
Good evening from St. Louis, Missouri, and it is a beautiful one.
We have it sponsored by the wonderful people at GradeWorks LLC, out doing the work, and I'm sure they're hoping for warmer days ahead so they can get back on the truck. Mike Vernacci, we love you. You and your team always working hard, doing excavating work, grading work. Again, we talk about the eyesores on your property or just things that have been there for a while, right, that you want removed. No reason for you to break your back, try to do it on your own, not having the tools to do so. Let them use their big equipment. There's their website. Please remember them. They support our wonderful Beckett Moore. GradeWorksMO.com. And again, thank you so much to Mike and his team at GradeWorks for sponsoring our segment. All right, I haven't had a chance to talk to you in a while. Good morning, Beckett.
I know. Good morning. How was your weekend?
It was good. I missed you at our 750th show, but am I going to get a chance to see you Friday?
Yes, I think I can do that. Yeah.
Yay. Well, you have school today, so I don't want to keep you out of school. For those of you that don't know Beckett, this is Beckett Moore, our meteorologist here at Moore Weather Official, again, is where you can find him. So I understand by looking at, and I tried to pull it up for you real quick here, your dad posted something the other day about the inflatables and that the snow actually hampered you guys getting it up probably earlier than he wanted. But for those of you who don't know, we did a show with Beckett last year, and this is how the house is looking. So did you add new ones this year?
Yes, we added a snowman and that stocking you can see on the far left. We added those too. And we actually lost a couple. Usually every year, a couple just don't work when we get them out of the box. So we do have to get more and replace them. But it looks great. We got about 19, I think, this year.
Oh my God. Okay. So which one's your favorite?
I would say probably the Big Santa and the reindeer or the Clydesdale. The Clydesdale I really like too.
A Clydesdale. You had that last year, didn't you?
Yes.
Yes, I remember seeing that. So for those of you that didn't see that show, maybe go back on YouTube and check it out. I had so much fun with you. We need to do that again.
We do.
So what have you been up to?
Not much, just having schoolwork, getting ready for the finals. And then this last weekend, or yesterday actually, on Sunday, we went to the General Mercantile down in Caledonia, Missouri. It's this cool general store, Christmas themed. It's really awesome. And there's ice cream, candy. There's a cool diner as well. It's really cool.
Yeah, somebody actually tagged me in that the other day. That's not how far is that from St. Louis?
I think it's about an hour 30.
That sounds fun. So there you go, guys. If you're looking for something to do, go down to Caledonia.
Sure.
Yes, it looked like a Hallmark store, or it looked like a Hallmark channel, I should say, just walking through. So when do you break for Christmas?
Break for Christmas. So this is my last full week, and then exams week is next week. So I think Friday of next week.
Looking forward to your break?
Yes, for sure.
What's been the hardest this year?
Probably my AP World History class. So it's a college credit class, so it's a lot harder than all the rest.
But you got it because you're so intelligent.
Yes.
All right. Well, we have had up and down weather. I was trying to look forward into next weekend, and it looked like it was going to be bitterly cold. So I'm interested to see what you have in your forecast. So Beckett, take it away for us.
Yeah, so we're starting out the week cold, and we are going to definitely end the week cold with a temperature right now of 24 degrees, overcast skies out there, dew point 18, 6 mile per hour winds from the north, bringing that cold air in our sunset tonight at 4:40. Bus stop forecast as we head in this afternoon, not warming up above freezing with a high at 32, but we will get some sun to move into the area with decreasing cloud cover across the metro. Low tonight, 28 as we head into tomorrow, 51 degrees, mostly sunny skies with a low of 42. So definitely warming up. Enjoy that because that is way above average. Our average high is 47. Wednesday, 44, mostly cloudy skies. We're going to continue with those mostly cloudy skies through Friday and Saturday. And Friday is when we see that cold front to move in, really our first true Arctic blast of the season with a low on Friday of 9 degrees. Make sure to bundle up, check on your pets, elderly, and just get those big jackets out because it's going to be very cold. Saturday 21 and Sunday 28 with a low of 11 Saturday night. But relief is going to be on the way after this because next week we are likely going to be seeing above average temperatures.
Oh, okay. Let's not complain. Well, Tuesday looks amazing. So no snow in the forecast this week.
No snow. We do have a slight chance for snow showers Thursday morning, but for right now that's just a 20% chance. So not expecting big accumulations or anything like that.
Fantastic. Well, I just saw a comment that Kathleen said, I love shopping in Caledonia. Their chocolate walk is so fun.
Oh yeah, I saw that on the events. I think that's next weekend or something. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll have to bundle up and we'll need some hot chocolate.
Yes, we will.
All right, my friend. Well, best of luck this week and looking forward to your break very, very soon. We'll talk to you again on Friday.
All right, sounds good. Have a good one.
You as well. Beckett Moore, again, doing weather for us for almost 2 straight years. Absolutely amazing. All right. Well, good morning to all of you. As you're signing on this morning, let me see. Let me give a shout to my community. We've got Christy. She was the first one on this morning. Good morning. Linda, good morning. Julie, good morning. Hope you're having a good one. Sean and Rose. Babs, good morning to you. Babs, we just went and got our tree yesterday at Ted Drew's. I'm going to be putting together a really fun reel. I did post a couple of pictures on my personal page for those of you that watch on my personal page. Had such a blast. And so I put a reel out there as I will be putting a reel out, but on some of the pictures I posted, I said, how many of you get real trees or do you do fake trees? Or do you do both? So we've got the tree. Jim said, I can't decorate it yet. He said it still needs to drop. And so it's hard not to get all the ornaments out and want to. Here, let me see if I can spin this camera around a little bit. Okay, there you go. It's huge, by the way. You can't tell, but look. Without having a camera person here, it's huge, but this room, it calls for that, right? It's amazing. The dogs are doing so good with it. Let me grab a couple things here. The dogs were looking like, Mom, what is that? Why is it in this room? Because we didn't have a real tree last year. We had a fake tree in our front room, and we'll be doing that one again. And then I got to put a tree up in the studio for the next couple of weeks. We haven't been there in a little while because we had the big show Friday. And then today I'm at home because our wonderful friend, Jenny Gabriel, was at the Kansas City Chiefs game last night. So we had a chance to talk with Jenny last week or 2 weeks ago. We've got a great show on tap for you with that coming up in just a second. So how are you all this morning? Let's see. Char, good morning to you. Missed you, but it was so nice to see your sister on Friday. Good morning, Julie Fabian. Julie said, I spent Saturday and Sunday in Cottleville. So you went to the Christ Kindle market. It was packed, I saw. Missed you on Friday. Linda said the old mercantile store in Caledonia is great. They sell all the old-fashioned candy by the pound. I know, I saw that. Somebody tagged me in that. I don't remember if they sent it to me in an email, but I was like, oh, well, shoot. I wish we would have known about that because we could have gone there for a mobile Monica. We need to do that next year. Good morning, everyone. Tell Beckett it's snowing in Minnesota. All right. I don't know if Beckett's still watching or if his family is. Snowing in Minnesota, right? Eva, hey-oh. Good morning to you. Hope you're having a great start to the day. So we'd like to get you updated in some news you can use. And this is also something that I think it doesn't matter where we are, it bodes us talking about because these are the things that we want to be very careful of in life. And it has to do with candles. You know, I like to light candles, and I'm actually going to talk about something special having to do with a Be Kind candle that I am going to be heading out and picking today for you so that you can buy it. I like to light a candle every morning, and when we're on set, we always have one lit, and it's going to be smelling like Christmas right now. This is my Christmas candle I haven't had out since last year. For those of you that are looking for a Christmas candle, we are designing one today. It's breaking news for you. A Merry Christmas candle This is going to be exclusive for the season. It'll be called your Be Kind candle. Isn't that awesome? I'm so excited to be teaming up with different people for our merchandise and for exciting things to come. So I am heading off to St. Charles. There's a really cool place in St. Charles. Well, that's where the warehouse is, I should say. They actually have a couple of locations. It's called Candle Fusion. And so a shout out to Candle Fusion. Super excited to be with you. Keith and I are going to be meeting, and we are going to design a candle that you all can have. So reach out to me because there's only going to be a handful of those. If you're interested, I'm going to have them this Friday at our big show at Christopher's. If you don't know, that's our next big show. We're coming off of our show in Cottleville, of course. This is Life is Like a Precious Pearl, the Mobile Monica, at 7 o'clock in the morning on Friday. So they're all about being kind and gifting kindly. So definitely two wonderful brands teaming up. Our mission is the same. If you haven't been to Christopher's, look, it is all decorated, all ready for you. It is truly that one-stop shop for the holidays and for every day. So I love their boutique, as you know. A lot of the clothes that I wear, Joseph Ribkoff, are from there, but they also have men's clothes. They have kids. They have things if somebody's announced that they just got engaged or they're having a baby, stuff for your home, jewelry, purses, literally everything. Of course, candles. So we're going to be there on Friday. You don't want to miss that one. I know a handful of people are coming to shop early. Would love to see you. If not, be sure to watch online, and we'll celebrate the holidays together. You won't want to miss the Kingsbury Place Singers. So we got the carolers again this year. Well, I talk about candles and how important it is to make sure that they are blown out, that you don't leave the house. You don't want something like this happening. An unattended candle has led to $325,000 in damages in a house fire. It was not here. It was in Charlotte, North Carolina. But as I mentioned, it doesn't matter where it is because the fire department there said it happened about 3 o'clock in the morning, which made me think of why was there a candle on? Obviously, they forgot it. Early on Saturday, 30 firefighters responded to the scene. They controlled the blaze, but it took about 45 minutes. Fortunately, no injuries. That's the greatest thing. No injuries were reported. Investigators determined the cause was accidental, stemming from a candle that was left burning and unattended. So we say it all the time, and it just makes me want to put it in the news again. Just one extra level of thinking. Again, maybe somebody in the family can say, hey, did you burn the candle out? Somebody has to remember that. Otherwise, it could lead to some serious injuries. Fortunately, none in this one, but definitely $325,000 in damages. Okay, I did talk about this, but I wanted to bring it back up again because I think there are a lot of people that maybe didn't get a chance to see it. Hundreds of cases of dog food have been recalled over possible contamination risk from Family Foods, voluntarily recalling their Bonnie Hill Farms Beefy Bowls beef recipe. It's gently cooked frozen dog food. They received complaints of plastic contamination, 300 cases actually. The Beefy Bowls were sold in 16-ounce tubs with a Best By date of Christmas of next year. And they were sold in several pet stores, including our friends in Illinois, and then Wisconsin, Texas, Arkansas, Mississippi, not Missouri, Oklahoma, Louisiana, California, Nevada, Arizona, Colorado, Oregon, Washington, Alaska, and in Ontario in Canada. Dogs that ingest plastic may show symptoms like vomiting, loss of appetite, maybe getting lethargic or stomach discomfort. So far, no reports of any illnesses or injuries. But again, they're doing the recall voluntarily because of the reports of the plastic possibly being in the food. So just be careful and check your food. All right. Love this. Our president has awarded medals to the Kennedy Center honorees in an Oval Office ceremony. Who do you recognize in there? They ignored the Kennedy Center and its premier awards program during their first term in president, but the Republican has instituted a series of changes since he returned to office in January, most notably ousting its board of trustees and replacing them with GOP supporters who voted him in as chairman of the board. President Trump on Saturday presenting the 25 Kennedy Center honors with their medals during a ceremony, hailing the slate of artists that he was deeply involved in choosing as perhaps the most accomplished and renowned class. That's a quote from him that he ever assembled. This year's recipients, actor Sylvester Stallone, singers Gloria Gaynor and George Strait, the rock band Kiss, and actor, singer Michael Crawford. Trump said they are a group of incredible people who represent the very best in American arts and culture, and that I know most of them, and I've been a fan of all of them. This is a quote, a group of icons whose work and accomplishments have inspired, uplifted, and unified millions and millions of Americans, perhaps the most accomplished and renowned class of Kennedy Center honors that he says has ever been assembled. What do you think? I think I was watching some of this and I saw just pictures of the big smiles. Again, awesome to see Sylvester Stallone. I mean, just think of Sylvester's story, first of all. He came from so many people that said he would never be anything. I mean, look at what he has amounted over the years. So congratulations to all of them. I absolutely love Gloria Gaynor. Again, Gene Simmons, George Strait. I love to see George Strait. And they're just everyone. Congratulations across the board. So there's your Kennedy Center honorees. Okay, we have some sad news to report. Country Ever After star Priscilla Anderson has passed away from colon cancer, according to the star who appeared on Netflix 2020 reality show Country Ever After. The family said that she lost her battle with colon cancer. The Netflix star and choreographer died after the battle. She was only 45. This was an announcement that was posted by her friend Lindsay. She said, "If you're reading this, I've finally slipped in the arms of Jesus, peacefully and surrounded by love." She wrote in the post shared to Instagram, "Please don't stay in the darkness of this moment. I fought hard and I loved deeply." Wow. She was diagnosed with colon cancer in 2018. She went into remission in 2021, only for the cancer to return in late 2022. And she said, "I am not gone. I'm home." And then when I read that this morning, it just gave me absolute chills. So again, I always love to do stories that hit so many different people in our audience. We've got people of all ages. Some of you might say, "I don't know that Netflix show." Others are like, "Oh my gosh, I know she had been battling for a while." So just want to pass that along. It's one of those stories we call water cooler talk, right? You might want to pass it along to your kiddos. Maybe they watched it, or again, the younger generation. Now, who dethroned Taylor Swift as the most streamed artist on Spotify in 2025? Again, do you know who that is? Bad Bunny. Yes. Puerto Rican superstar named the most played artist for a fourth time, dethroning Taylor Swift. I know all of you Swifties aren't happy about that. The streaming giant unveiled its annual overview of individual listing trends, as well as trends from around the world. Users can now access their top artists, their songs, their genres, their albums, their podcasts, as well as uncover which artist had the biggest year on the platform. So congratulations to Bad Bunny. And by the way, if you watch the upcoming Super Bowl, you will see Bad Bunny in that. And then if you are a fan of NASCAR, this is sad news, only 39 years old. Former NASCAR driver Michael Annett has passed away. JR Motorsports announced his death Friday night. He was only 39 years old. And according to the company, they shared a message online saying, "Our thoughts and prayers are with the entire family with the passing of our friend Michael Annett." He drove for JR Motorsports in the Xfinity Series for 5 seasons from 2017 to 2021. He finished his career with JRM in 21 after a stress fracture in his legs sidelined him for parts of the season. The cause of death not immediately released. So if we get any more information on this in the coming days, I will, of course, pass it along to you. All right. If you're just tuning in, we're running through our news you can use, and then we're going to be visiting with Jenny Gabriel here in just a second, trying to get you through the holiday season and not completely derail everything and go off the rails. In sports news, how about that? The Blues with a win yesterday, 4-3 against Montreal. Now they're coming back home. They'll be playing the Bruins and hopefully have a better outcome, because on the road we lost to Boston. Tomorrow night, the puck at 7:00. And I actually stayed up hoping for a different outcome. So I'm a little sleep deprived. Unfortunately, the Kansas City Chiefs losing the Houston Texans. It was really close there to the end. 20-10 was the final. The Chargers and the Chiefs on tap this coming Sunday. It is a noon game. And then on the 21st, the Chiefs will be playing against the Titans in Tennessee. Okay, Mizzou, Gator Bowl bound, and they will be playing Virginia. Like many in late December, Mizzou football headed to the Sunshine State. The Tigers will play Virginia in the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl on Saturday, December 27th at 6:30 p.m. in Jacksonville, Florida. How many of you will go and get a chance to see that? And then in our day of calendar, it's National Brownie Day, National Crossword Solvers Day. All of you that do crossword puzzles, you are amazing. There's so many times I look at those, I'm like, nope, I give up. Pretend to be a Time Traveler Day. Those are the 3 that are on tap for you today. And there you have it, all up to date and things that we can consider be news you can use for you. All right, I hope you're having a great start to your day. Let me just tell you one more time. Always remember to keep an eye down below. We'll give you things that are going on with our team or things that might be coming up for you. And of course, and obviously, thank you to JG Optimal Wellness, who we are going to visit with in just a second. Spas and more. We'll be checking with Angie Hess on Wednesday. Thank you to GradeWorks LLC for our What the Weather segment. Crunch Fitness, and I will be giving away 2 memberships before we wrap up and go into 2026, because I know a lot of you are making your New Year's resolution. So if you're not working out right now and you want to be in a gym, Crunch Fitness is the place to go. So they have Florissant, they have St. Peter's, and they have Baldwin. Those are the 3 locations so far. Fenton, they're coming for you in just a few months. So that's the next location. I've heard Kings Highway. I've heard Chesterfield. They're going to be having several. So if you haven't been to Crunch Fitness, I'm going to show you what they're all about. If you are not in the running to win, please do me a favor. Just reach out and say, I'm all in. I want to take my life back. That's really all it takes, is drop a comment in, shoot me an email, and say you want to be in the running. I'm going to be giving away one of those memberships on Friday at our big show at Christopher's. And then the other one as we get ready to wrap up the year, because we're carrying over one of them from November. I thought I'd give away 2 in the month of December. So good luck to each and every one of you. And remember to support those that support us. So besides Crunch Fitness, you see Defiance Ridge Vineyards. We'll be back with them on the 17th. Dot Fleshman Realty, who we just had on last week. We love her, and she is continuing into next year. Slyman Brothers Appliances and our Whipping It Up Wednesday and Foodie Friday. We absolutely love you and thank you for everything you do for us. Wouldn't you like to be on that list? If you're interested in being a part of the show and you'd like to be a sponsor, send me a message at info@therealmonicaadams.com. I would love to have you join forces with us, and let's change the world together. All right. Holiday season. For some of you, you're like, oh gosh, here we go again. We're going to pack on 10, 15, 20 pounds. No, let's cut that. All right. Jenny Gabriel with JG Optimal Wellness. She joins us to help us not wreak havoc on ourselves during the holidays.
When you want to feel good, you work out at Crunch. You don't go here, because here feels bad. But here we help you feel good, feel strong, feel rejuvenated.
Join Crunch Fitness today.
Well, hello, my friends. My name is John O'Leary. I was just on the Real Monica Adams show, and it was an amazing experience for me and hopefully for the viewers and listeners as well. What I found sitting down with Monica is the idea of being real is maybe something we use for social media or website or to separate us from others, but it may not be something you experience very often in the real world. Today, Monica was extraordinarily real, not only with me, but with our viewers and our listeners. And through her authenticity and through her honesty and vulnerability, I followed. It was an incredible conversation. We were real about struggle, real about life, real about endurance, real about family, real about faith, and real about the truth that the foundation is firm, that God is still God, that there's reason for hope, and that the best is yet to come. So for those of us who occasionally struggle with being real or being filled with hope or being renewed in a season of struggle, I can't tell Monica and her viewers, listeners, and producers thank you enough for allowing me to be real during the hour together. So for this time, and until next time, my name is John O'Leary. Today is your day. What a gift it is. Live inspired and stay real.
And it is a Medical Monday after the holiday season. So I hope you had a great one. Maybe you took a little time off. We want you to be here with us whenever you can be. And again, if you've been away for a few days and you just feel really stressed out, hopefully we can calm you and we can get you from holiday to holiday to holiday, right? We've got a few in the middle of all of this. So we're going to check in with our guest. I haven't had a chance to see her since Thanksgiving to see how her holiday was. And then for each and every one of you, I hope it's starting off great. Maybe it's not. best. And so today we give you a little hope and a little positivity. Let me welcome our guest, as you saw on this Medical Monday, Jenny Gabriel, JG Optimal Wellness. You can find her on social media at JG Optimal Wellness, Instagram, Facebook. You can also check her out on her website, and you can email her directly, Jenny at jgoptimalwellness.com. Again, don't forget to set up those appointments, and don't wait for a whole nother month. All the New Year's resolutions. Don't wait till January 1st. Make it happen before then. Get immersed into her community as well. She's got the Menopause Belly Secrets page on Facebook, and that is well over 1,000 people and continuing to grow. So be a part of the community and hear what others are dealing with. Well, first of all, Jenny, thank you for coming in, and we're thankful for you on this show. Thankful for your friendship as well. How was your Thanksgiving holiday?
Oh, it was great. We had a great time. Yeah.
Being with family is what's most important.
Being with family is the most important thing.
So last time we saw you, we were talking about implementing different practices a little at a time. We were talking about stretching. We were talking about breathing, being mindful. Yeah. Did you do all that? So we've got to talk the talk and walk the walk.
I did. I actually took some walks and did some ice scanning too.
Ice skating?
Ice scanning.
Oh, ice scanning. How about ice skating? Scan the ice and then do it.
Yeah, right?
Do you ice skate, by the way?
I do not.
No?
Never done it before.
Hey, maybe that's a New Year's resolution. She's like, no, I'd like to not break a bone. It's fun, though. I see right now we are in the middle of everyone going into like Winterfest that they have already going on downtown. Yeah. Somebody said that's what they're building in Lake St. Louis. I don't know, in the Meadows. They used to have an ice skating rink.
Yes, they are.
Is that what they're doing?
Yes.
Is it going to be a permanent, I guess?
I think so.
Yeah, because there was like if you want to consider it like a pop-up, but would you be willing if I said, and I know last time we talked to Jenny, it was asking her to go out and do things, and she was like, I got to say no. So I'm not going to peer pressure her. If you really say no, say no. Would you go ice skating on a double date?
I might try it.
Oh, okay. I got to want no peer pressure, but it is fun.
I've never done it before.
No?
Never.
Even as a kid?
No.
Oh, wow. We definitely need to. I don't want to hurt her, but I mean, so Gray it's really cute too. It connects you. So Gray can hang on to you, hold your hand.
Yeah.
I did it with my mom. It was just the cutest thing. And but it's fun, right? Nobody's judging. Everybody's sometimes just first time out there or, all right. So we'll follow up on this.
Yeah.
Double date, ice skating.
Double date,
Lake
ice skating.
Well, it definitely feels like it weather-wise. I mean, it's been up and down and up and down. So as we're getting into the holiday season, we talked about, again, small practices to get us through. But you also last time mentioned that as people give into the sugar and the alcohol and all the addictions and the rush, that it's all about the cortisol. It's spiking. It's making everyone miserable.
Yes. And it's about, and that causes the nervous system to just be dysregulated. And when that happens, then our symptoms are going to be a lot worse.
And that's not what we want. So this is all about stress, cortisol, and calm. I mean, just when I say that, right? Calm.
Yeah.
How the nervous system regulation changes everything, every aspect. I mean, people might think of it just from a physical side, but when that happens, your entire body's off.
Right.
Everything just feels like it's out of sorts.
Right. And cortisol is something that we need. We just don't need it stuck on high.
Right.
On that high drive, pedal to the gas all the way down. Because when we're stuck there, that's when everything starts to become chaotic.
Correct. All right. So cortisol, not our friend.
Yeah. Not when it's high.
Yes.
We need it, but we don't need it stuck on
high levels.
Yeah.
Okay.
High levels is going to cause us a lot of chaos.
Okay, so we're going to start with this. So why stress hits harder in midlife? And by the way, what age range would you consider midlife?
Well, to me, when I'm looking at perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, I'm thinking 35, to 70, whatever on up. But when I think of midlife, I'm thinking of someone that's like 45, 50, 55, somewhere in there.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be midlife.
Stress hits harder. We're looking right now at the levels of when you're going into perimenopause, when you're going into menopause, and when you're going into postmenopause.
Right.
All the different levels. And by the way, it doesn't just stick to, now it's time, right? It's, we're 50. Now it's going to, no.
Yeah.
We've talked about it on past shows that there's some women that are going into it in their 30s and 40s.
They are.
Sorry for that, right? Because you don't expect it, but everybody's body is different. So why stress hits harder in midlife? Okay, so your hormone is shifting. Our hormones are shifting.
They are. We start to see estrogen, which is our buffer for the cortisol, and progesterone too. But I'm going to talk about our girl estrogen today.
Okay.
Because she really buffers that. And when that starts to decline, and that's what happens as you're, when you're in perimenopause, it's up and down, early, even postmenopause. Postmenopause, you're starting to see it start to drop as you go into that first year when you don't have a period any longer. And then we look back, that was menopause. Yep. And then we're in postmenopause, and then we don't have. It's just a steady decline at that point on the estrogen. When that happens and we have continued stress, which, jing jingle, here we are in the holidays, and we've taught all these things about reducing the stress, but we're still finding women are stressed because they're still trying to do all of the things, right? If they don't have estrogen on board, we're going to become dysregulated pretty fast, and that cortisol level is going to spike pretty high.
Well, and we haven't talked about this in a while. I just mentioned it to some of my clients the other day because some of them were getting frustrated. They were getting on the scale, and they're like, I know I'm up. I'm trying to do the right things. And I right away asked, how are you eating? Are you mindful? Are you endlessly just eating? And then if somebody had a camera on you all day or had a mirror in front of you, would you catch yourself just constantly grazing? Yes. Yeah. And you're not even aware of all those empty calories that are happening. Right. But I also asked, have you had your hormones checked? I'm just such a big advocate for this, of having it done. So when you sit down with Jenny, she's going to go through many things. You also have, which we haven't talked about in a little while, but you have all these testing aspects that you can do. And you have more to come also.
Yes,
so you have the hair tissue mineral analysis test that you can do. And for those that haven't heard about that or the functional testing, let's pause here for a second. When you do all of that, what does it show you?
Well, when I do HTMA, it'll actually show me like adrenal health. That tends to be like the stress thing that I'm looking at. It'll show me digestive health because there's certain minerals that relate to certain systems in the body. So I will see, do we have a sluggish liver? Do we have a sluggish thyroid on board? Are we processing the toxins? What's our immune system look like? What's our nervous system look like? That even shows up. If I've got somebody that's got sky high calcium, likely a calcium shell, they're probably in a frozen state.
Interesting.
And we're going to talk about frozen here in a little bit, but yeah.
So when she goes through and does those testings, again, it's giving her the answers to then say, here, this is what's been wrong, right? It's the equation you've been looking for, folks. So think about that. All the great things that JG Optimal Wellness can do for you. Okay, so you said lower estrogen, higher cortisol spikes. And then the stress aspect, we always talk about sleeping, right? So stress is worsening your sleep. And then you get those hot flashes. And then I know you don't want this, but the weight gain happens.
It happens because the cortisol levels are staying high. And again, we become insulin resistant. And then that weight just pulls around the midsection. And that becomes a problem because cortisol is going to go in those areas.
It's so interesting to have all these discussions with women. They're like, in their upper 30s and they get into their 40s and they're in their 50s. And some of the women I know that I train that are in their 60s and 70s. And they're like, boy, until we got the answers, it was so frustrating to go through that time. And for some of you, longer than others because you're not getting a handle on it.
Right.
And they look at their pictures and say, I can see where I was starting to run into those problems. She can sit across from you, by the way, and know right away, I can see something with their hair, with their skin, with their nails, with the shape of their body, right? You can see all of that and you can say, let's do some testing on you.
Yeah. And that now that they know that, they're going to go, I don't want to see her. She's going to be scanning me.
All right. So everyday stress feels amplified when you are in midlife.
Yeah. It's magnified. We're talking about the sandwich generation here too. This probably speaks to a lot of women where you still maybe have children at home or in college, but then you're also caring for elderly parents now. You're stuck in that, and then you just add the holiday stuff on top of that. It becomes really hard to manage for some women. And if they're already having menopausal symptoms, it's just going to make it.
And they're eating sandwiches.
And they're eating a lot of sandwiches.
That's the sandwich
and a lot of bread.
Yes, get rid of the white, right? All that white flour, white sugar. Yes, processed.
Right.
Okay, so meet cortisol. Let's meet you, the stress hormone.
Yeah.
Who are you, cortisol?
Well, we are built for this to just be in the short term, like when the bear is chasing us, right? That's when we're supposed to have cortisol on board. But when we're stressed all the time, chronic stress, there's a difference between acute stress and chronic stress, okay? Acute stress is going to be, we're in and out of that, and it's just part of life, like we come in and out of that state. But when it becomes chronic, it becomes it equals sickness.
Okay.
So if someone stays in this chronically high stress cortisol level where we're fight or flight all the time, we're going to see more disease. And we're already seeing that. We're seeing an increase in type 3 diabetes, which is Alzheimer's now. We're seeing more women in that 45 to 55 age committing suicide because of the hormonal disruptions and the stress management. We're seeing higher increases of cardiovascular disease. It just goes on and on. Thyroid disease, autoimmune diseases. We're seeing this because we're not managing. Stress is one component. Toxicity is another thing. That's a whole nother show. But when we're not, cortisol, we need it, but we don't need it in high drive all the time.
Okay. And all these things that you're talking about, by the way, so many people are talking about health, which I absolutely love now more than ever.
Yeah.
And they're saying, why am I seeing more and more of this? We don't have all the answers right now. I keep thinking it all goes back to our food, though. I really do.
Yeah, there's a lot now.
Autism, ADD, ADHD, the rising level of different cancers. I mean, there's so many things, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I really think, especially in this country, processed foods, additives, chemicals that we're inhaling in our environment that we're eating.
Yeah.
It really is a wake-up call for you all. This is
Chemtrails.
Chemtrails.
In the sky.
Oh, yes. So this is why I want you all just to be aware, and this is where you start making those small changes.
Yeah.
So, okay, built for short-term survival. It peaks with your wake, danger
and
exertion. All
That's
right,
when
this
it's
is cortisol.
supposed to happen.
Correct.
That's when we want it to happen.
And so chronic activation, stress is stuck on.
Yeah.
And then too much of it, again, is where you get your inflammation. And we hear a lot about inflammation with autoimmune diseases, inflammation in the body, the belly fat, and you're just burned out.
Yeah.
But think about all the people that are dealing with this right now. So if someone's saying, oh my gosh, you are literally describing every aspect of me, by the way I feel about myself, how I feel sluggish, the way I'm looking, I just need one thing to start getting me to help. What would be the one thing that you would say would be the light bulb moment this morning?
To me, it would be just getting out of that dysregulated state, just working on trying to balance the cortisol in the body.
But how? What's the one step? If they say, oh my gosh, I'm hearing a lot of things, I can't do it all at once.
The one step I would say, here's a really simple one. Go out and take a 5-minute walk or 10-minute walk out in nature.
Okay, what if it's cold?
Okay, let's walk in the house.
Walk around in the house.
Yeah.
Or see, to me, I just think get uncomfortable and just layer up and get out there.
Well, that's what I do. I mean, even if it's raining or it's snowing or whatever, I mean, it's the most beautiful time of the year.
I agree.
When you walk in the snow.
It really is.
Seriously. And it's so peaceful. If you get out there before they blade, when it gets muddy, yucky, it's absolutely peaceful. And there's just something about that presence.
You just have to layer up.
But you have to you have to put yourself first. But that's something really easy to do.
Walk.
Yeah.
Layer up. Try it. A lot of you know that in the past I did the 75 Hard program with my clients, and it was you have to do one of your 2 workouts outside. And so my clients were like, why'd you pick winter? Because I want you to get uncomfortable. And then watch what can happen.
Yeah,
and it was. It's just amazing. You can do it. You just have to get up, get layered up, and get out there.
Yeah.
Okay? Just do it. All right. Nervous system 101. This is our 4th step here. Nervous system 101. Yeah. So sympathetic. You've talked about this in the past. Fight or flight and freeze.
Freeze is when you're stuck on.
Oh,
it's
we're
when
stuck
you can't. You're not coming out of it.
Okay. So the fight or flight syndrome is not a good thing, right? We just want to get into a balanced state where we're not feeling like that.
Yeah.
And then stuck on it.
Right. So when you're sympathetic is fine to be in. It's about the fluidity between a sympathetic and a parasympathetic state. Okay. We want to make that fluid where we can go back and forth in and out of both of those states. What happens when somebody is totally sympathetic, they are frozen in that state. They're not coming out of that bear chasing them mode all the time. Now, they may not think that's what's going on, but the nervous system recognizes that.
Well, and you've mentioned this before. Again, if you're just tuning in, Jenny Gabriel, JG Optimal Wellness. We're talking about cortisol. We're talking about what the nervous system looks like. Yeah. This is the beginning introduction to you of all of you that think you're not stressed out.
Yeah.
Because you have a lot of people that you've worked at that have said, I'm not stressed.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's just because you've been here so long that you don't even recognize it.
That's exactly right. They're so used to just
That's all they know.
They don't know any different.
They know go, go, go. They know.
And it's hard. I will tell you, it's hard peeling the layer back, like getting them to step back from that. And it takes time, but you just do little things, little implementation of habits or tips and tricks that I give them to navigate it with lifestyle to peel that back so that they come back out of that state.
It really is an aha moment once you get out of that and go, oh my gosh, this is how I was supposed to be feeling all along. So parasympathetic is rest and digesting well and healing.
Yes.
Oh, what a great word.
Healing. Yes.
And you all need that.
Yeah, we do. We need to be there because regulation equals balance in the nervous system. So if we can regulate between those systems, like I said, moving fluidly between the two, that gives us balance.
So
and we
really,
feel much better.
If you journal, I want you to ask this, write this right now. Am I stuck?
Yeah.
Am I frozen? Really, that's where we're trying to get you. So you're not stuck, that you ultimately find happiness in your life. Okay, so that was Nervous System 101. We're going to take a break. So she just mentioned dysregulation. What does that look like? We're going to get into that when we return. More with Jenny Gabriel with JG Optimal Wellness. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Thanks again for tuning in to the Real Monica Adams Show. By the way, at the end of this week, we're super excited. Jenny's coming. How many of you are going to be coming as well? Normally, he's not open, but he's like, hey, if a handful of people would come, so not the whole community that watches us, but if a handful want to come and join us at our Christopher's show, we would love that. It's coming up in the 7 o'clock time frame. Life is like a precious pearl, and it will be on Friday, our big holiday show. The Kingsbury Place singers will be there. So excited to showcase them. And then maybe it's like, hey, I would like to hire them and just get on their schedule. We're also excited to raise money for them for all the children's charities that they help out. So we're going to be shopping together, enjoying the holidays this coming Friday, Christopher's, where they gift kindly. We always say be kind. They say be kind and gift kindly. So I love it. Mark can't wait to spend some time with you. And is it going to be the first time you'll ever be in the store?
Well,
did you finally go in?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now you're going back.
Yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Amazing.
Really, truly. The one-stop shop. It is incredible. All right. If you are just tuning in, Jenny Gabriel, my guest with JG Optimal Wellness. And again, we're talking about coming in between the two holidays and a lot of you feeling stress. Today's about stress, cortisol, and then calming, getting you to that calm state. So we went into the break talking about dysregulation. So what does this even look like?
So dysregulation is going to be where you're wired and tired. You go to bed wired, you wake up exhausted, probably going to have some brain fog that's going to come in with that. You're going to have that 2 a.m. wake up. Okay, we're going to see that happening a lot. We're also going to see where you're going to have cravings. And I see specifically sugar and salt. And that tells me a couple of different things about someone when they're craving both of those.
I've always asked that question. If someone is a sugar craver, what's off in the body?
Right. So normally that's going to be, to me, a digestive thing that's going on.
Okay.
Okay. So like they've upset the apple cart somewhere and it probably could have come from a stress-related situation that they maybe endured or been enduring. There's a lot of things that can upset the gut microbiome.
So they have gut issues.
Yeah.
If it's sodium, what is that?
That's adrenal. 100%.
Adrenal. So people have asked that question before. Oh my gosh, I'm always looking to eat the chips at night, or I'm going for ice cream. But what about the people? So if they have both, they're all out of whack.
Yeah.
Adrenals.
Yeah.
Oh, and
well,
the
everything
gut.
starts in the gut.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about the vagus nerve, but the vagus nerve, connects the gut to the brain, and the gut is the second brain in the body.
Okay, so again, what dysregulation looks like, you're wired but tired. You get that 2-3 o'clock wake-up call. You can't go back to bed. Your mind is racing. So anxiety and brain fog and cravings happen, and then your hormone chaos and autoimmune flares. So are they wired because they're doing caffeine, or why are they wired?
They're either wired because, well, it could be a combination. It could be that they're doing a lot of caffeine to survive because their adrenals are shot, right? But it's also that they I just lost it. It just went right by me.
That's what happens
I hate when that happens.
Menopause, that's brain fog.
It is. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that just happened. That's happened to me one other time when I was speaking.
So again, they're tired, they're in brain fog, they're drinking too much caffeine, maybe even late at night.
Cortisol's high.
Okay.
So the stress level's high.
Okay.
That's what's causing that.
So when should they cut off caffeine if they are doing caffeine?
100% by 2:00 in the afternoon.
And a lot of you don't do that,
No,
I'm sure.
Don't be chugging the caffeine after 2.
They probably start with coffee, and then they might be hitting the Red Bulls, or they're doing soda, and you're wondering what's going on.
Yeah.
And then you're craving the sugars in the soda and all of this. Again, if this is you, do not feel bad. Just change, right? That's the biggest thing, is seek her out. Again, Jenny at JG Optimal Wellness. You could write your own email directly to her, or you interact with her on her page, her Menopause Belly Secrets page, which is fantastic. You go to her website and immerse yourself in all the things that she can do. I just mentioned, so you're excited. Can you talk about some of the testing that you have coming up?
Sure.
Yeah?
So in 2026, I'm going to bring on adrenal function testing because I'm just seeing so many women come to me with adrenal fatigue. I mean, literally, that's what it is. And then I'm going to bring in food sensitivity testing because, okay, here I am as a nutritionist and I'm telling you to eat avocados or whatever, and then you have a sensitivity to those and we didn't know it.
Right.
So then, it's kind of like a vicious wheel, honestly, that you're chasing, because if I'm doing that, that's causing stress, which is causing this, the dots all connect. So it's like, okay, let's identify if there's some foods that you're sensitive to. And then metabolics testing. We're going to do some stuff with that too. So
I'm excited about this because you just mentioned, so someone can say, okay, I'm going to eat healthier. And then why am I still having a problem? I had a friend of mine that was an incredible triathlete, ate amazing. And he's like, what is wrong? My body's inflamed. And I'm just, this doesn't make any sense. And then he went through a myriad of testing and it came back in a lot of foods that are healthier. His body was just like, nope, I'm not having it.
Yeah.
So it really is very interesting. It doesn't matter. You might be eating healthy, but still, if you're off, let her do the testing. I'm excited. So 2026.
Yeah, 2026.
Exciting things to come. All right. Just wanted to give you a little, and we'll talk much more about that going into the new year. So let's have the Calm Toolkit. We all need this.
Yeah.
What's in our toolkit?
Breath work, always breath work, vagus nerve stimulation. This is one that if you love Christmas carols and you love playing Christmas music, I have Holly in my car. I've had it on since the first part of November. I'm admitting that out loud. And I love Hallmark as well.
I do too.
So you can sing, if nobody else is in the car with you, you can sing at the top of your lungs to those songs. I mean, jam it out.
Sing when they're in the car with you. Make them sing with you.
Yeah, you can do that too. They could laugh and have fun too. But it's vagus nerve stimulation. That stimulates the vagus nerve.
It's so much, I tell you what, in the last 3 to 5 years especially, more and more people are talking about the vagus nerve, where I swear it was never discussed.
Oh, yeah, no.
Why?
But it's majorly
Why do you think everybody's
important.
talking about it now?
I can't really answer that. I mean, it's just like menopause. Why weren't we talking about it? You know what I mean?
I'm just glad we are.
Yeah, I'm just glad we are. And the vagus nerve is a big deal because, like I told you, that's the main
From
gut to the brain. And the gut's the second brain in the body, and those two connect. So if this isn't good, this is going to be not good here, right?
So what's the best way for us to take care of the vagus nerve?
Basically making sure that you're doing a lot of these little exercises. I like to do the cold warm shower thing, or if you like to cold plunge, out there to Sally Drake. She loves cold plunging.
There's so many people here at Adventure Unknown that we've got the contrast therapy here.
Yeah.
So they have the cold plunge, then they do the sauna.
Yep.
I've got a friend that lives in Canada. Shout out to Kasha. She's got the springs where she just goes all in. I mean, to me, I'd be more, if I'm going to do it, I want to go all in. I don't want to do it in a little tub.
Yeah.
I want to go all in.
Yeah. So, but, when we're in the middle of winter and we're at home, we don't have those things around us, and everybody does. You can do it in your shower. You can do it in your tub, too. You can pour it with cold water and jump in there and then run into the shower and turn warm water on. But I always like to tell clients just to introduce yourself to it, to just, get, acclimated to what it's going to be. Do it in the shower. Do the last.
For how long?
I would say do 30 seconds on, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. So go cold, warm,
twice,
cold, warm.
Or how
Yeah,
many
you
times?
can do as many times as you want.
I'm only doing it for the last minute, and then I get out.
Yeah, but it's enough that it stimulates the vagus nerve. And
I want you all to wake up the whole household and go, woo!
That's right. Woohoo!
All right, so sleep rituals, circadian alignment, Blood sugar balance. So
Yeah.
that means we then are calmer. We have
Right.
calmer hormones. So we're
Right.
trying to find your way to calmness.
Yeah.
Even when we say it, right? Say calm and we get quieter in the calm. So get out in nature, as she mentions regularly. Music, calming music, calming
Yes.
shows, inspirational shows.
Inspirational
Surround
shows
yourself
are
with
good.
that.
Yeah, even books, like books that you fill your cup with, or
Or audio,
happy-go-lucky or audio. Yeah, if you're in the car. There's a lot of those new sound things that you can get, apps that you can get too that are, calming. If you feel like you're getting really heightened. You have to find what works for you.
Sure.
Everybody's different. Like what works for you is going to be different than works for me.
Right.
But just know it may be a little trial and error in the beginning.
Right.
But once you find a few things, keep them in your pocket. So those are the things that you go back to.
And we
And do
stress
them
this a
regularly.
lot. If you surround yourself with toxic people,
Oh, yes.
if you aren't practicing all of this and you're getting into addictions, if you are listening to music that just is chaotic, how do you think you're ever going to find your way to calmness?
Right.
And find your way to balance and find your way to the goals that you're trying to set for yourself. So you have to start erasing things from your life
You
to
do.
gain.
Well, we all can probably name the person or maybe someone's. I mean, we're now around family a lot that walks in the room and they suck the life out of the room, right? Now, some of the times we just have to deal with that because they're family, right?
Right.
But there's times that we don't have to do that. And what I say is cut the straw.
Yep.
Don't give them the straw to suck the life out of you. Cut it.
All right. She said that many times, by the way. So make it happen this time. You're getting ready to go into Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Again, we get it. You may have to be around these people. It doesn't mean they have to be in your space.
Right.
Be classy, be cordial.
Right. Boundaries.
Say hello.
Boundaries.
Happy holidays,
Yeah.
Merry Christmas,
Yeah.
Happy Hanukkah, whatever you're celebrating. And then go and surround yourself with the people
That fill your cup.
Yes,
Man,
Feed
fill
off
your
of that
cup.
energy. Okay, so micro practices that work and work fast, by the way.
Yeah, the box breathing, of course, the 4-4-4, or the extended longer inhale or exhale with the Navy SEAL.
4-4-6-4.
Yeah, 4-4-6-4 that we've done before. That just automatically gives a calmness to yourself. And I mean, I know we've talked about this before, do it once or twice or whatever. Just do it.
Right.
Just do it, okay? Stretching. That's always, that works. We've done some stuff like that on the show before. I think our last show we did some stretching with
did.
the audience.
But see, there's a lot of people that are really, really tight and they keep going, what should I do? I'm like, how many times do I have to say? Stretch.
Yeah.
Roll out.
Roll
and
out.
introduce yourself
Form
to
rolling's
yoga.
great.
Yoga.
Yeah,
Yoga.
Yoga's great too.
Please.
Yeah.
You mentioned cold plunging, otherwise just a cold splash.
Yeah, but that would be like
same?
the in and out.
Okay.
Yeah, you could do that to your face too. You could do the cold splash to the face.
Yeah, that's how you wake up.
Yeah, right? You can do the cold, and that also stimulates that
So
vagus
cold
nerve.
splash mixed with humming?
Well, no, you don't have to. You can do them separate. You don't have
Okay.
to do together. But humming,
Well, we can do that when we're splashing ourselves in the face.
Yeah, we could do that too if you want
What
to.
does
But that
humming
helps.
do?
It helps also stimulate the vagus nerve.
What about whistling? Is it humming over whistling?
It's humming.
Humming.
Because it's vibrational. It's vibrational. It's vibrational.
Interesting. And that resets our vagus nerve. Okay, I like it. Small practices that actually work and they work fast. So again, box breathing, but hold that exhale longer. Do you also, because I was taught by somebody when they first taught me to do the breath work, that it was not just going through the motions of the inhale and the exhale, but in the inhale, taking in more of what you want in your life.
Yeah,
Holding
love
on to
that.
that thought process. Then exhaling and letting go of what doesn't serve you. There's my
Amen.
chill.
Amen.
Letting go of what doesn't serve you. Hold on to it and then release it. And if
Yeah.
it's still not gone, you do it again
Yeah.
until it is. And then you're not feeling that anymore. If it starts to creep back into your life, you do it again. But it's not just mindlessly doing the breathing, mindfully, what
Mindful.
you're taking in and what you're letting go of. You like
I
that?
agree with you 100%.
Wink. That's for all of you.
Love that.
Okay, all right. So we're going to do a daily nervous system check. So what do we do in the morning?
Yeah, we're just going to wake up in the morning. What are we? Are we calm? Or are we anxious? Where are we at? Where are we starting the day at?
Okay.
And then we can kind of know what we need to do some adjustments. If we're starting at calm, then that's great. If we're starting at anxious, we may need to put some of these tools in right away.
So that morning practice for some of you is not to just jolt out of bed,
Right.
but to slowly rise And then if you have the book, like I do right next to your bed, you write an intentional word down, or you start to journal a little bit. Or like I did on Sunday, I picked it up and changed so I wasn't waking my husband up. I went into our room, our great room, and cuddled up with the dogs, got my herbal tea,
Love it.
and then just started to immerse myself in my morning, waking myself up. I actually say my prayer before I get out of bed. So it's the very first thing, and then I ask God for a word. And it was, okay, great, here's my word, I'm gonna go write it down. So it's a practice of this to that. So the next movement is to write it down. Then maybe you go down to the ground. I have a lot of clients go straight down to the ground and do cat-cows,
Yeah.
and then into a plank.
Yeah.
Right? So there's
Love that
stretch,
too.
and then core work for 30, 60 seconds. Then go brush your teeth and go to the bathroom. Then start your day. So you feel accomplished.
Yeah.
But you've also set an intention.
Yeah, I usually do foam rolling.
Foam rolling?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love foam rolling.
Yep. So again, we're looking at giving you some practices. So notice your thoughts. Did you go to bed in a chaotic state? You probably woke up, and you probably didn't even sleep well.
You're
You had
100%
crazy
you didn't.
dreams if you did dream.
Yeah.
So then midday, what do we do?
Midday, we're going to take that pause, right? We're going to pause, reflect, kind of think about how the day has gone, and then do some breathing there just to kind of reset the cortisol, because naturally it's probably rose because of whatever's happened during the day. Do some breathing, do some eye scanning. We've talked about that on the show before too. Just something that you can do that isn't going to take you a long time, just to be able to kind of reflect, kind of reset. And then I've even myself got up from my desk, literally went out, took my dog down the street and back just to reset.
Sure. Well, because here's the thing. I know a lot of people have talked about it in the past and are like, well, I love that intentional word in the morning, Monica, and the gratitude word at night.
Yeah.
But I always say this, throughout the day, anything can throw you off.
Yeah.
Or maybe that midday is thankfulness, that nothing has
thankful?
gone wrong.
Yeah, like it's Monday and nothing's gone wrong today,
Right? So it's a thankful practice.
Yeah.
An awareness, thankful practice.
Yeah, awareness.
However, if it did, and you're on a roller coaster ride, which is the majority of our lives, by the evening, this is your opportunity to set yourself up for success the next morning.
Right.
So what's our evening routine?
Well, evening is that going to be that ritual? What does that look like for you as an individual? How do you wind yourself down for the evening? Is it the lights? Is it, I always do the light thing, and it's reading for me, right? That's my go-to. Maybe it's, again, journaling. You're doing your thankful prompts, for
Getting
the
off
day.
the phone.
Getting off the phone.
Right.
Turn it off. Put it in another room.
Yeah, because, that's a really good point, Jenny. If you have it right next to you, you're more apt to pick it up again.
When
Pick
you
up
hear it
again.
buzz.
Yes. Yeah, well, set your do not disturb.
Right. And the other thing is you're getting electronic magnetic
Correct.
feed from that. You don't want that. So it's just better if you can put it even in the bathroom, just as long as it's away from you.
Well, for those of you that have a problem getting up and hitting the snooze several times,
That works.
put it in the bathroom
Yeah.
and you'll hear it go off and you'll have to go up and get
Right.
it.
Yeah. Because you won't want to hear it keep beeping or whatever
make sure you
get
can hear
listened
it.
to. Yeah. Make sure you have the volume turned up.
So, all right. So, evening, wind down your screens, the light, just making it a routine.
Making it a
and then
routine.
it becomes habitual for you.
Right.
I just mentioned actually roller coaster, which is funny because our lives are like roller coasters. So, what does the cortisol roller coaster look like?
Well, that's in the morning. You got that first spike in the morning, and then you put the coffee on top of that, right? And I mean, every day may feel like a roller coaster, but if it's feeling like a roller coaster every day, that's telling me that there's cortisol dysregulation going on. Okay, there's nervous system dysregulation going on. So we need to be, it means your stress system's probably off. You're not handling it like you should. But when that happens, it throws your energy, it throws your focus off, it throws your digestion off, and it throws your sleep off, and it throws your cravings off.
Can I ask this? Because, I've never been a coffee drinker. I wake up like this. People have always asked me if I could bottle this. I don't know how to teach it to you except for to be in love with life. I don't want anything to happen to you all to give you that wake-up call. For me, maybe it is. Me knowing that my life could have been taken at 19, I just leveled up. And every day it's this, I'm just thankful to be alive. Honestly, it's that. It is, my beginning prayer starts the exact same way. Good morning, God. Thank you so much for the breath in my lungs. Every day. Here I am breathing again. I'm here. What can you have me do that can serve you? So that's where I am. I don't know. If small little things, like say that. Be grateful.
Yeah.
I don't know. What would you say? How can we get them to not feel like zombies and have to down these drinks that are not good for you?
To me, it's just like you said, getting up, loving life the way it is. But if you don't live in a situation that's loving, then that makes it really hard to get up the next day. So it's getting up, whether it's even exercise. Some people like even going for a quick walk will make them feel better, right? Or make them be something. Maybe you have an accountability partner. Maybe somebody you meet up with,
Yes.
that you can, have a great little walk with or a run with, whatever or workout. Maybe you get up and you can do that even if it's online that you meet up.
Right.
Those are things that we can do too.
And again, and I'm not
It's-
saying if you want to have a cup of coffee because it's warm and we're in cold months now, great. It's just not the entire pot.
Yeah, we need to start self-regulating because we don't need that much caffeine a day. If we're needing that much caffeine a day,
There's a
then
problem.
There's a problem.
I want you all to hear that,
Yeah,
right? So if
there's
you're
definitely a
drinking
problem.
caffeine and you're just switching from a hot to a cold, by the way, those energy drinks are horrible for you.
Yeah.
Horrible. Horrible for your brain, horrible for your heart. I mean, look into the studies, folks, and the sugar aspect in it. I'm so against them.
Yeah.
They're so very dangerous. Then you
Yeah.
see all the people go to the bar and they put a downer and an upper together, and I'm like, oh my God, you are freaking out your body.
Yeah.
And you wonder why
It's
you've
so
got heart
confused.
issues.
And why it's so confused.
Yeah. So, okay.
Right?
So
Yeah.
we're talking about, again, having this morning good routine. So
Yeah.
notice your first thought. Are you calm or are you anxious? Midday, you pause, you breathe, you reset the cortisol curve. In the evening, you're winding down, you're getting rid of the screens, having this routine.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to go into an interactive reset.
Yeah.
So grounding, which we've talked about in the past.
I love grounding. And here's the deal, guys. I know sometimes it's harder to do that when it's not nice outside, but there's a couple companies that I highly recommend that offer grounding mats that you can actually use. But don't be women, don't multitask when you're doing this. Just let it be. Let yourself be. And I'm not that you can't be journaling. I just don't want electrical devices around you. But it's an actual grounding mat where you can put your feet on it. Grounding Well is one of them, and Earthly is the other company that's really good. They usually always run great deals during the holidays. So if you want to snag one, you can.
And what are they called again?
Earthly
Earthly,
and Grounding Well.
grounding well.
Yeah.
Earthly and grounding well. Okay.
Yeah. It works like it is if you're outside grounding. It's the next best thing you can do if you can't put your bare feet on the ground.
Yeah, grounding is an amazing thing if you have not ever practiced it before. So this is a simple 60-second grounding practice.
Yeah, and the other thing is they even have like where you can put the sheet across the bed, and you can lay on it all night.
There's a place that I had a facial, and she had a grounding mat on it. And she's like, I'm going to have you do this while I'm giving you a facial.
Yeah.
More of you, by the way, estheticians should incorporate that.
Yeah.
Okay, but if we're actually going to get the grounding mat,
Yeah.
we're going to put our feet on the ground.
Yeah, put our feet on the ground, both feet on the ground. Don't close your eyes. But if say we don't have a grounding mat, but we're going to ground, right? Without that, or not going outside. Feet on the ground. You're going to close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay. If you're driving, don't do that right now. Please don't. Please don't do that. Wait and do this when you get home. But you're going to name 3 things you hear.
Okay.
Okay. And then you're going to name 2 things you feel.
So all right, I'm going to try this right now. Let's be interactive with you.
Okay.
So I don't have the grounding mat, but I can do this without the mats.
You're fine.
All right, so I'm
Yeah.
going to close my eyes. 3 things I hear.
Yeah, I want you to
Okay.
tell me 3 things you hear and close your eyes.
Okay,
Take
hold
your
on.
time.
I hear the candle flickering. I hear little air from just beyond the door. And I hear the sound of some people that must be just coming to work.
Okay.
Okay?
Now I want you to name 2 things that you can feel with your eyes closed. Okay, so that can be like the chair, your clothes, your breath. It's not feelings, it's something you texturally feel.
Okay. So tangible.
Yeah,
I feel
tangible.
my chair. I feel the silkiness in my jacket. So just 2 things.
Yeah, 2
Okay.
things. And then take 1 slow exhale. This is what we call a nervous system pattern interruption. Okay, we just interrupted what your nervous system was doing
Time for a nap.
and shifted it back into a calm. It pulls out those racing thoughts You can do this even with your eyes open. If you're like sitting at your desk and kind of heightened, you can like choose 3 things that you see.
So what it's doing is slowing down our nervous system.
Yeah.
It's getting us to be focused.
Pattern, and it's interrupting the pattern.
And we're not thinking about all this
Right.
chaos,
Right.
negativity that's around us.
Right.
It's pulling us inward.
Right.
And
Right.
focusing on hearing.
Yep.
Right? Feeling.
Yep.
Seeing.
Yep. And then again, when you're doing that, you're pulling those racing thoughts out and you're pushing them away.
I like it. Again, this is all the things that you can start practicing to make your life calmer. And we are in this racing pattern. So for those of you like myself who are still in you've got to be kidding me, Christmas is when?
Yeah.
You have a couple weeks. It is doing these little practices before you rush out to the store. Doing these little practices before you race around and go to every event that you've not said no to.
Yeah.
Right? Or thinking, oh my gosh, I'm hosting? You got to be kidding me. All right, how do I get all this done? So if you step back and do some of these practices Jenny's giving you, it will help you. And a lot of this is, again, in midlife and during all the symptoms you're already dealing with.
Right.
Okay, we're going to take a quick
Right.
break. And when we come back, it's the takeaway mantra. And we're hoping that all of this that we've been giving you over the last several months, in fact, I would love for you to start telling Jenny, either in an email or in the comment section, if you've been practicing these, how has your life changed? She would love to know that, okay? And we'll also let you know how you can, this is a good idea, gift something to someone that will really, truly change their life. And I'll talk about that when we return. Welcome to the mobile Monica version of the real Monica Adams Show at my favorite restaurant. There's something about a coffee house that's just very warm and welcoming.
Gives you that sense of community.
What are you most proud of since you've opened it?
I cry easily. I'm thankful for everybody here.
You opened the door during the middle of the pandemic. You got the best Italian restaurant in the United States. Here in St. Louis, you put us on the map. Does it scare you? You go through fear?
Terrifying.
So how do you get past the fear?
We find something to laugh about.
Welcome back. We are in the wrap-up of our show with Jenny Gabriel, JG Optimal Wellness. Again, I mentioned in the break, take care of yourself, but maybe the greatest thing you can do is gift an assessment with her to get your loved ones changed as well. And she just mentioned accountability partner. Maybe you go at this together. Do you do group sessions?
Well,
Besides-
actually, that's something I'm getting ready to roll out in 2026, is a group program. It'll be 2 separate programs, actually. It'll be a perimenopausal group and a menopausal group. And when I say menopausal, those are people that are postmenopause. They've already been without their cycle, because these 2 groups of people are actually coached differently.
Okay.
Okay, and they're not all the same, and even within that are not the same.
Right. So maybe you've been thinking about doing this and you're like, you know what? The greatest way I can change or shift is if I do it with someone that is in that same space with me. And a lot of times, if you look at the people you hang around, you become the sum of the 5 people you hang around. So look at, are they toxic? You're toxic. Are they overweight? You're overweight. You have an overweight dog? You're overweight. Trust me. It's just all those things. Look around you. You want more of something in your life? Start hanging around it. Immerse yourself in it. Eat it, sleep it, drink it. Immerse yourself, breathe it. You become that. So think about that. Okay, so what is our takeaway? What's our takeaway mantra?
Well, you can't outthink stress. You got to outcalm it.
You can't outthink stress. You have to outcalm it.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, we're going to out it.
We're going to out it. We are going to out it.
All right, so Jenny picked this. I think it's absolutely perfect because we are approaching the overeating season.
Yes.
And we don't want that. Where do you celebrate the holidays, by the way?
We will actually be back in our hometown the weekend before Christmas, and then we'll be back home in St. Louis with my family, or my kids, but then we'll be at my brother's.
Fantastic.
So since my mom and dad both passed, we've always made sure 3 times a year us siblings get together. It's Thanksgiving, Christmas, and one time during the summer we all go somewhere together.
Again, it's all about being present and being thankful
Yeah.
that you do have your family, your closest friends, et cetera, around with you, because at any given point, understand how quickly people can be taken away. Please surround yourself with those loved ones. And what we want you to do, so I think this is a really good one that Jenny picked today, is the overeating aspect. So it's 100 Days to Freedom from Overeating, which we haven't done in a while. These are books, by the way, from Stephen Arterburn, these daily devotionals. This is day 37.
Wow.
We're on 97 of fear and anxiety, but
Yeah.
this one probably needs to come into the community more. This is called Hello Community. 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. Ecclesiastes 4, verses 9 through 10. We become, okay, what did I just say? We become like those we spend the most time with. That's crazy. I did not know we were picking this. When it comes to trying to make life changes, it's imperative that we get around and stay around other people who have goals that are similar to us. You're funny. You're funny, God. It may take a lot of searching to find a dedicated small group who are participating in a program to achieve the same results as you. I mean, come on. For example, if you're trying to lose weight and eat healthy, nothing's more important than being around others who have ordered their lives around becoming healthier. It is powerful to have a group of people that you can be open and honest with. And you want this group to make it part of their job to love you as well as hold you accountable to your goals. You need people with whom you can share your weaknesses and your times of success. And as you listen to others share their stories, you may even hear ideas that you can put into practice to better stay on track, both of you. A vital part of finding freedom with food is being able to find a group of people who are dedicated to the same goals that you are. Do not give up looking for those, by the way.
Right.
John Townsend said, life is simply better when we are with others and worse when we are isolated. God designed you to be connected, and life breaks down when we are not. Max Lucado, stay strong. Your test will become your testimony. Your mess will become your message. I like that.
I love that.
Here's today's prayer. Dear God, thank you for the way you designed us to need one another. Because I am part of the body, I feel your comfort and encouragement. Help me to be someone who can encourage others as well. Help me to find the right people to connect with. I love that. And do connect, by the way. Amen. That was funny.
Amen. I know. It
I
was,
literally-
right?
It was like I just said all of that. Sometimes we just need to hear the message again. Fantastic. Do I see you before Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh, just days before
I
Christmas.
know.
Do we know what we're talking about that day?
We were talking about women, the power.
Postmenopause. Oh,
Well, we were talking about the superpower of menopause.
superpower. That's right.
The superpower. Woman's superpower.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Is it a good thing or a bad thing? My husband's like, I don't like that you keep thinking you're Wonder Woman. Go, 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 go. All right. Well, fantastic. Then I'll see you right before Christmas.
Yes, for sure.
For all of you, thank you so much. Hope you had some really great ideas today to start implementing them. Best of luck to you. And again, if you need help and you fall off a little bit, just shoot her an email, Jenny at jgoptimalwellness.com. Check her out on social media. Go to her website as well, JG Optimal Wellness. Let her help you. And, once you're working with her, realize there's a whole community out there that is in this Menopause Belly Secret page. And start hearing what they're saying and realize you are not alone. That is the greatest thing to understand. Just start talking about it and surrounding yourself with the right people. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
And to all of you, thank you. Well, that was so fun. And again, thank you all for watching. A lot of great interaction. Christy just said, great show as always. Happy Monday. Have a great day. Yes, I hope you all enjoyed that. And she will be back live with us coming up in just a couple of weeks on December 22nd. So hope she had a good time. We'll have to ask her about the Chiefs game. Sorry that the Chiefs didn't win for you, Jenny. You know what? I'm going to give you a bonus. So we read the one from overeating, but I forgot when I was clearing everything off, getting ready to decorate, I didn't realize that I had this. How many of you have this book, Jesus Calling for Christmas, from Sarah Young? So I was reading from this yesterday. I thought I would read verse out of this one for you, just to put us in that holiday season and remember the reason for the season. So I am the Prince of Peace. As I said to my disciples, I say also to you, peace be with you. Since I am your constant companion, my peace is steadfastly with you. When you keep your focus on me, you experience both my presence and my peace. Worship me as King of Kings, Lord of Lords, and Prince of Peace. You need my peace each moment to accomplish my purposes in your life. And sometimes you're tempted to take shortcuts in order to reach your goal as quickly as possible. That fits alongside that whole not working out and not eating healthy, not putting yourself first. If the shortcut requires turning your back on my peaceful presence, you must choose the longer route. Walk with me along paths of peace and enjoy the journey in my presence. And so we get a chance to read a devotional, read a scripture part, and then kind of a breakdown on it. So for to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government will be on his shoulders, and he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, and Prince of Peace. That's Isaiah 9, verse 6. On the evening of that first day of the week, when the disciples were together with the doors locked for fear of the Jews, Jesus came and stood among them and said, "Peace be with you." After he said this, he showed them his hands and said the disciples were overjoyed when they saw the Lord. Again, Jesus said, "Peace be with you. As the Father has sent me, I am sending you." That's John 20, verse 19. Show me your ways, O Lord, and teach me your paths. This, as we get ready for the season, Jesus calling for Christmas. So some of you like to look for devotionals and different unique things for someone on your list. Maybe you'd like to get that one. Sarah Young, those devotionals are incredible and have truly changed lives. Well, if you are still shopping, and I had a handful of shopping that I got done at Blooming Daisy and Oh My Posh at our show on Friday of last week, I will be doing more of that. Sticking around after our live show at 7 a.m., we will be at Christopher's, again, gifting kindly, being kind to each other as we're rushing around. It's the live show at 7 a.m. at Christopher's in Kirkwood, directly across from Kirkwood Farmers Market. If you've never been before, make this Friday the very first time you get a chance to go. Give something to yourself, give something to all of those on your list. And as I mentioned, it is truly that one-stop shop. You cannot go wrong with Christopher. So we'll see you on Friday, either in person or online. The Kingsbury Place Singers with the St. Louis Christmas Carols Association. Cannot wait to see them in their full gear, their period attire, singing for us and getting us joyous for the season. Looking forward to that. And then we're going to go into the holidays. I do want to announce that Havana 1961 is our Foodie Friday guest, but since we'll be at Christopher's on Friday, we're going to feature them this coming Thursday. Tomorrow, we've got a really powerful show as well. Have you heard of Guillain-Barré syndrome? There's a woman that's going to come onto the show tomorrow, and here she was going along in her life, just absolutely normal, right? This is why I say to always understand that life at any point can just be ripped out from underneath you. And that's why it's important to take in every moment, to do the breathing techniques that Jenny was talking about. Take care of yourself because you never know how quickly life can change. My guest is Christine Rollo. She will be in studio with me tomorrow talking about overcoming. Wow, what that woman has gone through. That's a true inspirational story that you don't want to miss. Wednesday, Brittany Phelps, who is brand new to my team and an incredible personal trainer, very into wellness. Follow her on Instagram, Britt Phelps, CPT. She's going to join me for a Wellness Wednesday, and we're going to address Candy Cox's question, which has to do with working out when you have bad knees. But we're also going to talk about staying on point through the holidays. I cannot wait for her to join us in that segment. And then again, coming up on Thursday, Havana 1961. So I always ask you, is there a chef? Is there an author? Is there an entertainer, a sports figure, an everyday human being that has overcome? If you've got a guest that you would like to have on a show, you've got an interesting topic, here's my email address. Reach out to me for any of that. If you've got an idea for a new sponsor going into 2026 for one of the many segments we have, or maybe we can create a brand new segment for them, reach out to me for that as well. We have our alternate Wednesdays when we're not with Defiance Ridge. That is an opportunity for someone to come on board Wet Your Whistle Wednesday. We have our alternate Thursdays during our positive talk time. We could do something that all has to do with animals and our pets. So those are two ideas. And then, of course, wellness and workout and fitness and entertainment and all of that right here on this show. We love providing what you want. And if there's anything new that you would like to see on the show, reach out to me as well. Just shoot me a message and say, you know what, I'd love to see more of in 2026. Let us know that. All right. Thank you all so much. Again, a great show on tap for you tomorrow. Very inspirational at that. Can't wait for it. Thank you so much for your last almost 3 years of this show and allowing us to hit 750. Now here's to 750 more. One of the things that will never change on this show is the one ask we have, and that is to be kind. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow morning.